Let's see the quick demo of GPU uses in your modern app or any AI app. So here my application is running over here. See, there's a .NET Aspire which have that Olama as a local AI models, and also we have that web as a Blazor application, and this is a nice figure over here how actually connecting each others, and this is my application is running, and also which have that MCP tools. So all that MCP tools also we have integrated over here. So what I'll do, I'll just ask to any one of that prompt, like for example I want to ask, okay, get that video information of this URL, and this prompt actually go to that particular MCP tools and get that informations. So in this case we have to use in our GPU instead of CPU. So how we can utilize? Simply once I hit enter, so instantly see, once I just give this prompt, I am able to see that the GPU use is just reaching to almost 78 and 90%, right? But not any impact on our CPU uses, right? And also see, I'm getting that quick result because this is, if you're using a GPU in your app which you are trying to build your AI and all, so definitely it would be a fast, okay, and it is a would be a 10x fast actually. So now see, I'm getting that perfect result, which is whatever I'm give this URL, and this URL actually this is calling in our MCP tools of this MCP tools actually, that YouTube MCP tools, and they get that informations about that videos. Okay, so now this is actually how actually we want to implement in this session. So let's moving to implementation. So before I start to implementation, so I'm especially recommend visit to my channel, which is .NET real world example, and here actually the last time I just built this application like MCP tools in .NET. Okay, so this is that complete sample application which I just built it using .NET Aspire, and front end as a Blazor application, and back end in our AI models. Okay, and yeah, also I am using a default template which is providing .NET, right? So yeah, refer it, and also if you want you can get that complete code over here, my GitHub link. So let me show you that. So go to my GitHub links, which is this, and you can just check out this one. Okay, this is that one. So Docker MCP consume as for Blazor application. Okay, so now moving to start to implementation. So I'll take that same example, just clone it, this guy. So if I clone it, so it would be this. So once you clone and open it, you are able to see this is that structure of this application, which have that host project, which have that default extension project, and one is that web API, sorry, a web application of Blazor app. So I already implement everything, so you can take it. And also in this, see the component level, so I just see that the chat section is over here. And if you go to that program.cs file of that host one, so we are using that local Olama, which actually we have in our Docker. So we just using the local Olama, and it is automatically create a container and all everything. Actually you don't need to do anything, right? And also this Olama actually totally dependent on this our web application, which is that reference over here. So yeah, I'm just giving that more details, so you can just go to my previous section. So for further delay, so let me start this application and see what we have existing, and then we will integrate to GPU. Currently they are using the by default is the CPU utilizations. Okay, so yeah, application got running over here. Yeah, also it's running up, and if you see they are just start to create a container. Yeah, everything just created over here, and also once you complete that container you are able to see your application got created. And yeah, I'm just click on that so that our application got running over here. Yeah, so see, this is my application, and we have that MCP tools as well. So yeah, there's a 30 MCP tools over there. And if I see we have that video MCP tools. Yeah, we have this two video MCP tool, which is a YouTube transaction and YouTube video informations. Yeah, so we will utilize that. And yeah, currently we'll show you side by side how actually that current application actually using our CPU or GPUs. Okay, so yeah, this is the same. So what I'll do, I'll just ask again as a simple prompt like what is .NET. So let me ask without tools. So this is just us calling on our Olama or just AI model, and they will get that information directly. But we have to observe over here which actually like going to hike, right? Like as a GPU going to hike or just CPU. So just simply hit enter. As you can see, instead of GPU is the same like 20%, but in your CPU it is going to hike up to 50%, right? So see, this is the difference. And once you get, definitely you will get that answer once you in. And also it is very slow just because we are using a CPU, right? And you are also see over here, see, this is that hike actually to using GPU, oh sorry, CPU. Okay, finally I receive I just get that response, but also I can see there's a take a couple of times. Okay, so more than it is taking, now let's see, now it's going to down, right? Our CPU is going to down, but it is taking so much time, almost I think 5 minutes. Okay, so that also will compare like how GPU taking time to get that response. But yeah, so currently I want to show you that what is that existing app. So if you take that default .NET applications, .NET AI template application, so it will utilize only CPU. So how we can just convert to CPU to GPU so that I can work, or my application going to fast, right? Because GPU is definitely going to fast your application. So yeah, now moving to conversion your GPU. So what I'll do, so go to your applications. So this is my application, and also this is my container. So yeah, for container side I don't think so anything we have to change it. Okay, so what I can do, see, as of now, uh, this is the way actually they are utilized. So by default, just using this Olama container over here, the mention that Olama, and this is that lifetime actually we have to use it, so that this will be keep in persistence, so that I next time once I open it, so it will keep it, it will not going to delete, and always keep it over here. So for GPUs actually we have to do one configuration. So where is that configuration? What actually they have that one extension method with the container. Yeah, so this is that one with container runtime. And also see, it is just an argument like over here, like what kind of argument you want. So argument I want as like if you observe, like if I want to create any container to if I want to create a GPU container, so definitely we have to specify this command. Okay, GPUs equal to all, so that I can use that GPUs. Okay, and that's it. So this is that way actually you can use your GPU container. You can create a GPU container, and also it will use the GPU only instead of CPUs. This is just one line of things. Okay, and we will do further few things, like as of now also it will just always, if we just create a application, it will always create a new new container, new image always, right? So how we can keep it persistent, so that which one you want to use it, like for example if you go to my over here, if you go to that image section, so and on here see, there's a one image which is Olama, which is taking the latest one. Okay, but which have another image Olama, see, which have that specified version. So how we can use that consistent, like I don't want to create again and again those images and all, right? So because this image actually taking the huge size and download and all, right? So how can I just keep it? And also whatever that volumes, right? So if you see, if I just keep it some volume, so it should be keep only just persistent one, which one we have already, right? And not only always just create it. Now see, every application just created their own volume, right? So that how we can avoid it, right? We can keep it only just which one you want it, right? Or which one just consistent. So those are things we will learn also over here. But yeah, currently we will check first over here. So just stop that. First let me compare or see that GPU utilization, and then move it to further configuration to using that existing images, existing volume. So everything we have to use existing one. Okay, and let me run this application again. Now application got running over here. Yeah, it's running. And yeah, if it is running, I can check one thing actually. So if you go to that container, so see, this is just created, I guess. So yeah, this one is just created. Oh llama. Okay, so I am not able to differentiate which one is created. Okay, so for that, what I'll do, I'll just delete that. Okay, so let me just stop that. First just delete that so that I can show you one thing, like which one is what. And yeah, let me also stop that. So everything just stopped. And also just stop your application and run it again. Now it's just trying to running. Yeah, okay, now it's running. Go to my Docker container and see, this one actually got created, right, which have this version, because we have not specified any version, so it will take that the latest version, this one. Okay, so if you go to inside that, so on over here actually they will specify which things actually they are using. So see, it is using just GPU only, and this is my NVIDIA card and GPU card, and whatever the total size and all, so they are considering over here. So currently compatible with the GPUs, right, and that's why they are running in this GPUs, because we are mentioned the GPUs, right. So this is the way actually you can just run your container as a GPU, so that your whatever that your system configurations, they can utilize in the GPUs. Okay, so now moving to run this application, any prompt, whatever prompt we have to do in previously, same things we will try, and we will observe like which one they are going to hike, right. So let me ask again, what is .NET, and just hit enter. And once you hit enter, now see, it is just going to use this one, right, as a GPU. Sorry, yeah, and the GPU going to hike, but not enough CPU, right. So currently take as a GPU, and also see, it is quick response, not a take a delay, right. But yeah, it is a little response, but it is a short response, but that is fine. So yeah, let me ask, okay, what is .NET, and give me the sample code. Okay, and now see, now I'm giving this at a little lengthy response, and also see, it is going to hike and the GPU model, and not a CPU model. Okay, and also I'm getting that quick response, so it is so much faster actually, the GPU. And this is the way actually you can utilize your GPU instead of CPU, right. And now also one more thing actually I want to test, like using that MCP tools. Now currently they are using that that models, right, Olama models, AI models, and they get that response. But I want to use that MCP tools, whatever MCP tools I have, right. So currently we will try to put transcript or just video information, so that we will try. So for that actually I have already as a image, sorry, that prompt. So go to here, just ask to this prompt, okay, get me that in video information about this particular URL, like this is the video URL. Okay, and simply hit enter. Yeah, it's going to again hike over here. And if you want to see actually which tools actually they are trying to use, so I can show you also. So go to here and go to that particular logs, structure log. So where is the structure? Okay, so it is just little, okay, here I can see. So go to the structure log, and the structure log, if you see, this is that post request, I'm just sending the post. And here see, this is that finished, not this one. Yeah, this is that function they are utilized. So see, the function they are utilized using that get information from this, right. So this is utilized that our function, and it will get that response accordingly. Okay, using the tools. So go back to here. Now see, I'm getting that response over here, like this video title is which is this. Yeah, this is perfect because this is that correct video information. This video actually regarding to AI is the best 2005 growth. This is a short video, right? If you want, I can show you it so that we can ensure like, okay, this is that correct videos informations what they are providing. Yeah, so just stop that because might be can be copyright and something, right? So yeah, so for that, now see which AI best. This is the titles. Let me stop that. So this is the title and this is also providing the same information, right? So that means the tools is perfectly using over here, and also that container like whatever utilization, right? So they are utilized perfectly our GPUs also, right? And now moving forward to the next steps, like we want to use that whatever image, right? So I want to use that instead of this different version image, I want to use that consistent image, right? This particular image version, right? So like for example, if I just go to Olama, see, this is actually the that one of the image which have that latest tag, right? Not only that version specific. So how we can use is this, and also how we can use that volume, not every time create that particular application, right? So it should be use this one, right? So for that, what you can do, go to back your application. Actually there's a more flexibility provide uh, that Aspire. Okay, so first, like I want to use that the same particular Olama version, right? So for that I can use this extension method, which is something like that called it is with image tag. Okay, so if you mention the tag version over here, like if you use the latest, so it will consider this latest version. Where is that? Yeah, this latest version, or let me just filter it over here. Olama. Okay, so it will use consider this one. Okay, and if you not mention anything, so definitely it will take a default one, but if you mention any specific tag, so they will consider that one. Okay, so now I'm just specific. Okay, use the latest version, so it will use the latest version. Also I want to use that volume. Okay, so if you go to over here and see, this is that our one volume, right? Which has that huge size, right? Which consider all that models over here. So that's why it's taking some space. So what I'll do, how we can mention this, like how we can use this volume also. So there's also mentioned like see with volumes, which will take auto create a auto volumes and pick it that one. Okay, so also we can manage over here that volume. So what is my volumes name? Volumes name is Olama. So you can just simply specify that volumes as a over here, right? So like this way, this is one for this will be used for lifetime, so that it will not create again and again. It will just uh, keep it in your system in somewhere, right? In this volume, using that volume mechanism. So yeah, I think this is pretty much good for this configuration so that you can use it. And so let me stop that and show you. I can just prove it like they are using on that. So what I can do for now, I can just delete everything. Okay, so instead of this, okay, so I want to delete this one, this one, this one. Let me delete everything except that. Okay, delete also this one. And yeah, I don't want to this. Yeah, okay, leave it this one. I can leave it. I am using this one for other uses but not here. So yeah, I think let me delete this. Delete. Okay, I think these are these are tie up for that image and all, so that's why it's complaining. So what I can do, or just container, I think also we have container. Yeah, this is that container, so stop that. Also delete this container actually. Okay, so now I'm gonna delete this container, go to that volumes and delete this also. Okay, so this also, yeah, I think the different okay, this is a vector data and also leave it that one. Okay, and now uh, we want to see once I run our application, this should be as a green, like this green, right? That means it is referred to currently this one it's using. So currently it one is not using, and also image one. So if you see, both are images not uses right now, but once you run using this configuration, that will refer, okay, that is as using. So let me run this. Now let's try to run. Okay, cool. Now it's running. Now go to that Docker container. Now see, currently they are taking only latest one instead of this one because we are mentioned the tag, right? So once you mention the tag, only they will keep it that. Okay, this is one thing. Second thing also, if you go to this container, see the container also taking this that image, right? And if I go to that volumes, so volumes also just taking that one, right? That which we have that specify. So like this way actually you can just configure your applications in this application. So which image you want to use, right? So they can specify. So which runtime container you want to use, you can specify. Which volumes you want to use, you can specify, right? And rest of things I think we are pretty much good, right? So let me try one more time to run my application. So where is my application? Yeah, this is my application. And yeah, let me use another tools. So yeah, before closing I think we have to test one last things with our GPU, like as we have that many tools, right? So over here, so let me try some DuckDuckGo. Okay, so we have that DuckDuckGo also, which can give us to some information, like for example duck. So yeah, we have the tools over here, and yeah, also we have that git tools, for example GitHub. So we have that GitHub tools also. So let me ask one things over here so that they can ask. So let me ask one question related to GitHub tools, like give me a get the owner details of this GitHub user, right? So this is my user. Let me fix that spellings, I guess. So yeah, let me try to this. And if you go back to here, let's see what tools are they trying to using. So if you scroll up, okay, so this is just shared. Yeah, so see, so they using this fork repository which is related to GitHub, right? And also they're trying to get that information and see what is the information. Yeah, could not found this user information. Yeah, that's pretty much good. They using the tools but they are not getting that any information about this. Okay, so let me try to ask some other things like other tools. For example, if I get that some information from that internet, so I can ask, okay, fetch that top 10 latest news from internet, something like that, right? And if you go to here, the log, we can ensure, see, the currently they're taking the search tool which is belong to DuckDuckGo, and it should be get that some news, right? So also they trying to news. Yeah, see, they asking some news from Google over here, right? And if you go back, see, the top 10 news I'm getting from DuckDuckGo MCP Tools, right? So like this way. And also if you see, use only GPU, not only CPUs, and it is so much fast, right? So within a second actually I'm getting that response. And if you take it as a CPU, so definitely it will take more than 5 minutes. So that was my experience that we would like to share with you. So yeah, and also if you want, I can push these changes my GitHub, so you can take it over here, this same repository what we have previously. Okay, so just I'm just mentioning over here, this is just okay, just save it, right? And just use, okay, so just I'm adding this, pushed my changes my GitHub here, so you can utilize. And also see, I just differentiate what previously GPU or CPU and what is that configuration for GPU. So I just separately now configured over here, and I can simply commit and push. So yeah, my changes over there, right? So yeah, that's all for this session. Thank you, have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.